There are only so many hours in one day, and as much as I wish I could do it all, I've come to the realization lately that I just can't, and it's okay to ask for help because suffering from burnout and always being stressed is not worth it. And if you're looking to grow a business, well, hot take, it's okay to ask for help. In fact, I'm here to tell you that it will actually make your life so much better, and you will see so much more growth in that business you care so much about.
Before I discovered ESK. Hello, my name is Cornelia. I'm 5 foot 9 inches. Testing. Oi. I'm exhausted. If you enjoyed that intro to this week's video, you will have a bit of a taste of, my daily life. I need to hire an assistant because things have just gotten too crazy. And I say I need to, I have. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit today about why I think hiring help is one of the best things you can do as an entrepreneur. Look, I don't have a ton of extra money. My businesses are taking a really long time to grow, but something I am noticing since hiring my virtual assistant is things are getting done that would once fall to the back burner, which in turn are helping my business grow. So I hired my best friend, Meg, who started a virtual assistant business this year. I think I hired her in like July. She was doing like odds and ends for me here and there over the last year, but I would say more seriously, we started like a monthly retainer system in July. And she kind of does like a set amount of hours every month that really just help me keep up with some of the mundane tasks or things that I don't necessarily have the time to focus on as a business owner and as someone who's building out multiple different income streams. So I'm gonna walk you through 5 reasons why I think hiring help is one of the best things you can do for yourself as a business owner and entrepreneur. So let's not waste any time. Let's go.
Hello everybody. Okay, we're not gonna waste any time. We're gonna jump right in. I'm gonna say first and foremost, the biggest number one reason why I would say hiring a VA is essential to your business is it reduces your stress load. If you're watching this, you're probably somebody who does a lot, you're an entrepreneur, you maybe run a business, and you know how much work it takes and how many, hands you need to have in different areas. And I would say as soon as I hired my VA, little stresses just slowly started to come off because I was not focused on a million different things. I was able to focus in on the most essential things, and she was able to take off some of those daily or weekly tasks that kind of started to build up that I necessarily didn't always have time for. And that also in turn allows you to spend more time with yourself, more time with your family, maybe more time with your friends or going to the gym or doing something you enjoy. So I think if you want to reduce stress, as we all do in today's day and age, cortisol levels I feel like are out of this world, hiring help is probably the first step in that right direction. And I would say that's point number 1. And then I would say the rest of the points follow after that. Okay, so I'm sure you're all familiar with the saying, jack of all trades, master of none. This really ties into my second point, which has to do with trying to do a million different things and not really getting anywhere substantial with any one of them. Now, this is something I really struggle with as somebody who is very multifaceted, who likes to do a lot of different things, who has multiple businesses and creative ideas. And I do think the way of the world nowadays, I do believe that most entrepreneurs and most creatives do multiple things. I do not think there's anything wrong with that. But I think that where we get lost a little bit is if we're not focusing enough on each individual thing. And this is where hiring help really comes in. As somebody who looks to seek out, creative opportunities, has auditions often, is building a candle business, posting on YouTube, has a producing job. I do a variety of different things. And there are definitely days where I feel so scattered and I'm like, okay, have I really made a dent in any of these things? So hiring a virtual assistant or hiring help, whatever that looks like for you, can allow you to focus in on deeper work and aspects of your business that will get you to where you want to be and allow somebody to take a weight off your shoulders on some of maybe the smaller tasks. So for example,
I'm really working on building out my UGC creator career, user generated content. That's what that stands for. So basically I make videos for brands and they pay me to do that. But I'm not using my name on it. It's just my face and my, creative work, but it's not like influencer content. It's literally just like I'm kind of being hired as an actor. So I do that. Now, it was really hard for me to get further ahead in this aspect of my career because I was so busy doing a million things that I didn't have time to be applying to gigs on a weekly basis. I would go through spurts of applying and then falling off the wagon, and then applying some more, and then falling off the wagon. But when I gave that task over to my virtual assistant, I have noticed an uptick in my bookings. I've actually made more money in the last 2 months than I did in the first quarter of the year, even the second quarter. Like, I'm already making more money just by having that extra set of hands. So there you go. It pays for the virtual assistant. That's just a prime example of how hiring help can help your business get ahead, which means that you get ahead and you can afford to actually pay people to help you. I also feel less stressed because I'm not like, oh no, I didn't apply to those gigs this week. I know she's taking care of it, and then I don't have to guilt myself for not making the time. So that's just one prime example. And I think too, like social media posting, I will fall behind sometimes on my YouTube shorts or my candle business. I'll like fall behind on posting on Instagram because I already have a blog Instagram to post on. I have a personal Instagram to post on. I have long form videos to upload. So having her take over the posting, yes, I still have to prep the content and get it ready, but as the month goes on, all of a sudden my videos are being published and I don't even have to think about it, which again takes up just little bits of time throughout my day. So having somebody else take that over is huge. And I feel like my focus has gotten better since I've had that help. So I definitely think that's like a really, really important reason to hire help. Okay, so point number 3 is hiring a VA will help you reduce micromanagement and having to manage multiple people. So when you have a VA, it's one person typically who can do a variety of different tasks for your business. And that's one person, one streamline like that you have to speak to. You have a really good relationship. Ideally, it's a working relationship and there's no miscommunication most of the time. You're not having to manage 5 different people to do 5 different tasks. You're only really discussing with one. So let's say my VA is somebody who handles like my finances. They handle, UGC collaborations that I do. They do all of my pitching. They also handle all of my like social posting on Instagram and YouTube. So that would be like a go-to person I can go to at any point in my day and be like, hey, what's the status of this? Or can we work on this? Or send a quick email and just ask for something. Instead of having to go to like somebody different for every task, it not only saves you time and like efficiency, but it also saves you money. So I would definitely recommend to like manage things a little bit more smoother, hire a VA. It's worth it. Okay, now we're gonna dive into point number 4, but I'd first like to show you part of my new office setup. I got a shelf hung and I'm very excited. It's not done yet, so I'm not gonna give you the tour fully, but my boyfriend hung up a couple shelves for me while I was away last week, and I'm really excited to have a little bit more contrast in this room. Okay, so diving into point number 4, I would say another like big reason I wanted to hire a VA is because you want to find somebody that maybe has like a different skill set than you. For myself, I'm a creative. I'm a people person. I'm really good at like creative focused work. So as acting, as an actor, as a writer, somebody who organizes, like on my producing side of things, I'm strong at. But I'm not a chart person. I'm not a filing person. I don't really like minute details. And I found that once I hired a VA, there were things that I didn't really care to be doing or weren't my strong sets. And I could ask her, somebody who is really great with specifics and who can track finances and can keep track of files, more things that my brain just like doesn't naturally go to as well. And so I was like, great, why don't I just outsource that? Because instead of focusing my energy on things that I'm not amazing at, like, let me save my energy for things that I love to do and things that I'm better at. So I would recommend, if you're running a business and there's aspects of that business that need, skill sets that aren't your number one, hire it out. Don't be stressed. Don't waste your time and energy.
Like, get somebody who's really good at accounting if you need an accountant. Get somebody who's really good at writing copy if you don't like to write copy or you're not a very good writer. It's okay. We're not all gonna be perfect at everything we do. And I think like surrendering that thought is like the best step in the right direction. And my last fifth point, but not least, is saving money. So when you have a business, obviously finances are reality, and trying to save as much money as possible and run an efficient business are very important. When you hire a VA, you can usually ask them if they want to do like a monthly retainer. So for example, Meg, she has like different monthly retainers that she offers to different clients based on their needs. It's a set package of hours every month, and you just know that's your budget for the month and that's the hours you have allocated. When you have a full-time employee, you might be committing to paying them, 40 hours a week or 20 hours a week, and maybe they only use 10 to 15 of those hours, And as a small business owner, it's not like cash is just flowing, easily all the time. And so I think it's really great if you have a VA, you can budget in those monthly hours, that monthly check you're gonna send them, but you're not committed to having to pay a full-time employee or pay multiple employees or even have like a full-time person who's going to be charging you maybe a lot more than somebody who's willing to do a monthly retainer, because VAs typically have multiple clients, and so their income isn't just coming from your business, it's coming from multiple businesses. So it's not only great for them, but it's great for you. They have a bit of variety, they have money from different income streams, and you have the output of just one person and just like dedicated hours every month. I think it makes things clean and simple and quite affordable, if you ask me. I'm holding the camera right now because my car got into an accident this week and my tripod's in it somewhere. I couldn't find it as I was leaving the accident scene, and now I don't have a tripod. Long story for another time, but I'm hand holding. So if you see me in a funny angle, that's why. So yes, thanks for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. These were my 5 tips about why I think it's really vital to hire help as a business owner, why hiring a VA is a great thing you can do as an entrepreneur. I've only had fantastic experiences so far with my VA. If you are looking for somebody, if you're a business owner, I will leave all of Meg's info down below if you'd like to check out her Instagram and book a discovery call. And yeah, I really feel like it's helped me level up. Like even today, I just booked another UGC gig because 2 days ago she did pitching for me for my UGC division of things. So it really does alleviate things, and I really think it's a great decision, especially as somebody who is trying to grow multiple businesses. So thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you enjoyed what you see, please feel free to comment, let me know, any thoughts you have about hiring VAs, or if you've been, waiting to make the plunge, and let me know what you'd like to see more of as we head into the end of the year. I'd love to hear from you. Have a great week, and I'll see you next Wednesday.